Well, what a few weeks it's been on the gossip and rumour front. We're still here in Lake Garda, recovering, although I have to say it has been a physically demanding last few days up on these limestone-based cliffs. So what we got? Well, as we saw in Garda Show, Fazua might have some news for us in the next few weeks. We hear that Pinion might be in the area working on something new. I'm thinking about it. Pinion, motor, gearbox, kind of makes sense, right? As we saw in the last few weeks, some brands are keen for the media to kind of boost up the speculation of some of the new products. We saw the last few weeks, the whole gas SRAM business, what's coming from those guys. I'm sure there is something that we'll see from them in the next 6 months. What's it going to be? Well, I'm pretty sure there's going to be some user-based interface stuff. There's going to be some kind of electronic shifting for sure, it must be. On that note, obviously the E-Enduro World Cup takes place in just a few weeks' time, just down the road. Well, it's not down the road, it's about 3 hours from Garda. Yannick Pontal, the existing world champion, what bikes are you going to be riding? He doesn't actually know at this moment in time. I spoke to him a few days ago. Obviously, it must be a SRAM motor he's going to be riding. You know, what type of travel, what bikes he's going to be riding. Again, that's more speculation. Bosch, on the other hand, are not beating around the bush. They say that they've got a new lightweight motor coming soon, as they displayed on the booth here at Garda Festival. Now, I just want to point out that just because something is lightweight doesn't necessarily mean it's better. It's just a different tool for the job. What job is that? Well, it might be a lower powered motor that's simply better for some of those fire road climbs. I genuinely believe that the Performance CX Race Limited Edition motor will still be their flagship motor, especially when it comes to big mountain terrain. And also, I was speaking to someone quite senior at one of the world's biggest bike companies, and he thinks that 80% of the sales of mid-drive bikes will be e-bikes in the next 5 years. But that's enough from me. What about some of the gossip and rumour from some of the brands? Andreas, with this fine pink bike here, happens to be the chief executive of Panasonic Motors, right?
If you say so. So I'm working at Panasonic as a key account manager, yeah.
Andreas, obviously, I've ridden the Panasonic bike. I'm a big fan of it. Why don't we actually see more Panasonic motors on other bikes?
We have a couple of customers in the pipeline right now. We are in the discussion stage, and it will increase the next time.
Okay, fantastic. I mean, Panasonic motor, 2.9 kilos, 95 Newton meters of torque.
Exactly.
Honestly, if you get a chance, I've mentioned it many times to you guys, get yourselves on a Panasonic bike. It's a great one to ride. And also, if you saw on the show a few weeks ago, Kelly's have just launched the new bike with Panasonic motor. Great thing about Garda is there's always some guy that thinks he's in charge. Manu Pal from Male in Spain currently got 6 phones, a big chunky wallet, some painkillers from last night. So no doubt you were on the lash last night, right?
Yeah, awesome party, big party. It's still ongoing.
Ray from Grape in Zagreb, Croatia. Beautiful, beautiful country. Ray, what's the gossip? Come on.
We have something ultralight and ultra new for you guys coming up soon.
I told ya.
We decided to shed some weight. We decided to focus on making a proper downhill bike. And I hope you guys will really enjoy what we have to offer.
And these guys.
And these guys.
To return to the gentleman that invited me out earlier, Michael Joseph Garrigan III from Ceramic Speed. Ceramic Speed, they're not just a bicycle company, they also do stuff for the motorsport industry and other stuff.
Industry, we have quite a few industry customers. So we're based in Denmark. I would say we started in cycling. We did start in cycling, but our founder worked at SKF before in the hybrid division, started his own company, focused on hybrid, and now Ceramic Speed is both industry and sport.
SKF bearing company, by the way.
Before us, yeah.
Okay. Mike, what I'm after is a bit of gossip.
You've almost heard too much. I mean, we can't say...
there is some.
I can't really say which brands that we are working with, but I can say that Ceramic Speed is in talks with a lot of the biggest electric motor brands in the world, and They're interested in our capabilities with bearings and our expertise with bearings, being able to add durability to the motors. Reliability to the motors. Also custom specifications with the bearing. Bearings are our specialty, so we should be able to help most of these companies build custom-made, or at least we can consult with them on which bearing spec to use inside their motor. Yeah.
Michael Joseph Garrigan III, this is great news. All the EMBN viewers need reliability and durability in motors. Thank you so much.
Cheers.
But did you already make a video?
Oh, here we go.
Did you
He
make
doesn't
a
stop. He doesn't bloody stop.
Aye.
Okay, we got Interafversetzen, we got Sprungwende. Give us something new. What you got?
One of the biggest news, of course, is ABS here at
I don't know.
No, but the best news that you didn't mention until now is that it's possible now to adjust your progressive riding modes, eMTB and Tour Plus, just by yourself in the Flow app to make it as it should be concerning your weight, your fitness and everything. And nobody knows it, but now you know it.
That told me, didn't it? Okay, everyone, cool places. Please don't forget to send us a picture or video using the uploader to get featured in this section of the show. As I mentioned, we're in a Riverdale Garda still. We've got some incredibly monumental adventures coming up on the channel the next few weeks from this location. As I said, I'm pretty fatigued at the moment. But anyway, moving west to the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco. Gregory is done the Hills in Marin County and is a Turbo Levo expert. Yeah, what a fantastic part of the world that is. And then back to the UK, it looks like the Wild and Windy UK, Kevin's Cube Stereo in between Perranporth and St Agnes. Yeah, cliff riding, coastal riding. We don't seem to get enough of that. I think looking forward to... Oh, hold on a minute. Of course we did. We went to the Basque Country recently, didn't we, with the Orbea Rise and Orbea Wild. A fantastic bit of trail that is too. And then we got one more here, which is from Pat, and Pat is on Antelope Island in Utah. Louis, have you heard of Antelope Island? Antelope Island, Utah. Where the heck is that then? Overlooking the Great Salt Lake. So there you go, folks. Some very inspiring photographs from you guys this week. Don't forget, like I said, to keep watching EMBN in the next few weeks. There's some big stuff coming. Time now for some comments and feedback from you guys over the past week. Into the Brake Run says, are there any e-bike events about? I'm quite decent at e-bike trials. I'm pretty fast on the descent, looking to challenge myself further. Well, depending where you are, I think worldwide there's plenty of e-bike racing. But what I'll suggest is you give an e-Enduro World Cup event a go. I think there's 5 of them this season. Now, with the World Cup this year, there is a pro category which is very difficult to access unless you've got points. But there is an open race, which is pretty much the whole shebang, except I think finale is everything minus one stage. It's called open racing. As I said, no pre-qualification requirements. And the amateur race, so to speak, I mean, there still might be some pros riding in the amateur category, will take place the day before the pro race. Next up, Stephen Ronnie, how often does your chain need changing? Well, I guess it depends on the chain you're using in the first place. It was quite interesting. We were at Ceramic Speed stand the last few days, and they have a coating. You basically get a brand new chain, or you get a selection of new chains, send it off to Ceramic Speed, they'll coat it for you, and they guarantee 3 times more durability from your chain. So something to check into. Otherwise, I mean, you know, Shimano Link Glide, fantastically durable, really good clean shifting on that bike. Actually, talking about cleaning, maybe how often you clean your chain is possibly really important. Also, where you ride, I know that some of the trail centers worldwide do use surfacing, which is limestone or sandstone based. So all that grit. So if you think about it, the stones wear out, the grit goes into the pedals, it rains, you literally like riding through sand. I can go through some pads at a trail center in 2 days sometimes, such as the grinding paste action of that rock. Always great to hear back from you guys. Thanks so much to everyone that's been involved over the past week. This week, we want to know from you, what are your favorite eMTB components and what would you like to see that isn't currently available? Bike Vault time, folks. Tony, Focus Time Squared, 6.8, Blind and Festiniog, North Wales. Super nice, 100% super nice. Javier is in Mont Blanc, Spain. That looks cool. And it's super nice too. Oh, crikey, hold on. We interrupt this Bike Vault session with a history lesson from Robert and his Cube Stereo in Kinsale Trestle, Shawnigan Link, Vancouver Island, BC. This is the description. At the midpoint of an epic day riding out from Victoria, BC, 75k, 1,500 meters of climbing, and a historic destination. The trestle was constructed after 1900 and was part of the Galloping Goose rail line. It used to transport old-growth timber to world markets. The trestle is 187 meters long, 45 meters high, and with a gentle 7-degree curve across the Coxilla River. It is the largest wooden trestle bridge in the Commonwealth and forms part of the 28,000k Trans-Cascadia Trail. So there you go, bit of a history lesson, and obviously super nice. And finally, Pete is in the High Peak on his High Bike 2022 High Bike Enduro 7. Super nice. It's with great sadness, folks, that we bring you news that a great friend and contributor to EMBN, Andre Regini, passed away in the last few weeks. Andre was great fun on the channel. We did many videos together and we had a great trip out to South Africa a few years ago. He actually looked after me when I had my first bout of COVID. So super sad. Our thoughts go out to family and friends, and happy memories for some great times with a great guy. And finally, we're getting social. Here's what we've spotted on social media the past week. This one here from Brendan Fairclough. Would you drop into Brendan's new line? Usual shenanigans from Fairclough. Richie Schley is sleighing aboard a new Rottweil RE375. And we close the show with more gossip and rumour. This is actually from Lightville, who've posted a little teaser of something they've got coming soon. So there you go, folks. What's coming up on the channel? Well, I'm gonna leave you some more gossip. We've got a specialised story in the next few days. Tune into that. What is it? What is it? Yes, you might well ask. Guys, thanks for joining us. Let us know what you think of some of the gossip and rumour in the e-mountain bike world. And we'll see you next week, maybe in Italy, maybe in France.